All right, welcome everybody. We are here on Radio Row. It's technically day four-ish, but this is our second full day here on Radio Row, and I have the honor to have with me two great individuals of our amazing Air Force, the Thunderbirds, in the building. Would y'all like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, good.
Paper, rock, scissors,
Rock,
shoot.
paper, scissors, go on! My name's Major Tyler Clark. I go by Slasher. I am number 3, and I fly on the right wing.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm Major Jake Impellizzeri. I'm Thunderbird 4. I go by Primo, and I'm in the slot, so I complete the diamond.
I love it. So, right off the bat, got to know about the nicknames. So,
Ooh.
Slasher, how did we get the name Slasher?
Well, first off, it is fighter pilot tradition that if someone asks us for a call sign, a beer has to be presented at the table.
Oh.
However, safe for telling the story at home, I'm a huge fan of 80s hair metal. I love rock and roll. Slash, one of the greatest guitar players to ever walk
Touché.
the earth. Well, that name's already been taken, so we had to tweak it just a little bit, and we came up with Slasher.
I like it. I like the visionary. I like how you kind of, made that thing articulate. Now, Primo. And I'm not mistaken. I don't know how good my Spanish is, but is that heat? Or is that fire? Which one is... Am I
The
wrong?
Primo is cousin in Spanish.
Cousin, that's right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I had a
yeah,
whole
yeah.
moment. Don't y'all laugh at me. Don't y'all laugh at me. So Primo, why the nickname Primo?
Primo. So my last name is very Italian, right? It's Impellizzeri. And
I would have destroyed that.
Yeah,
Yep.
Primo means first in Italian. So there's a long backstory, stuff happened in Korea, but, I'm the first.
What happens in Korea stays in Korea, I guess?
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll say that. All right, so I just kind of want to know what made you guys say, "Hey, man, I want to get into the Air Force." What was that motivation? What was that drive to make y'all, make the leap to go into the Air Force?
Yeah, so for me, it started as a kid and going to air shows. Grew up in the Carolinas, several military bases in the area, and that's kind of what we did for family fun. And
Awesome.
summers was go to air shows, and from that moment on, the seed was planted, and I knew what I wanted to do. I just wasn't sure how to go about doing that. I come from a lineage of family in the military across all the different branches, and so that became introduced to me, and then I knew that's the way I was going to go.
That's pretty cool. What about you, Jake?
Yeah, a little similar of a story. My dad was actually in the Air Force. He served 10 years flying C-130s. And then he got out the year I was born. I got hired by the airline. So I've been around aviation my whole life. Both my grandparents served in the military, so I've always had that passion for service. And then being around aviation, really for my dad, he kind of pushed me towards that, and the moment I sat in an airplane, fell in love with it. I actually got my private pilot's license in high school, did ROTC in college, was lucky enough to get a pilot slot, and then the rest is history.
So, all right, now we've all seen the movie Top Gun. Any motivation whatsoever seeing the movie Top Gun? So, I think even just a little bit. Did it inspire you in any form to even have a sprinkling into the Air Force?
Let's be real. 1986. It was a great year. 'Cause
Yes.
That was when Top Gun 1 came out.
Yeah.
And I would be a liar if I told you that had nothing to do with my desire to go fly fighters in the military in some capacity.
Right.
But I think we definitely made the right choice going Air Force. So.
Yeah, most definitely. I think Air Force, it was definitely the way to go. I have a nephew that's in the Air Force, so it's a good deal. Now, so now Thunderbirds, you're going into the y'all do a lot of major events throughout the country. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this is our first public appearance this year, Super Bowl, and you're catching us in the heart of our training season.
Oh yeah.
So much like football players, we got our show season and we got our off season. Right now is our off season from November until March. We're essentially we swap out 50% of pilots and we're training for our air shows because that's our bread and butter, our air shows. So we'll fly twice a day, 6 days a week, trying to get ready for show season. It just so happens that the Super Bowl is in our backyard. Do you know what color our jets are painted?
No, I would like to know. Unless it's a secret.
It's not a secret.
Okay,
You're
all
gonna
right,
see
okay,
it.
gotcha.
So jets are painted red, white, and blue. So we're America's team. We were founded in 1953 for that very real purpose. Right smack dab in the in a wartime, where institutional trust was challenged in its military, and they formed the Thunderbirds to really connect the American population with its U.S. military. So we're America's team, and we're going to be flying over for you on Sunday for the Super Bowl, America's greatest pastime. So it's an honor to be here in the backyard here at our hometown.
Now, you heard that, Dallas Cowboys fans. This is really America's team, so I don't want to hear any of that other stuff. So, with the game coming up, let's talk a little bit about the game here. I mean, I'm guessing football fans, of course.
Yeah.
All right, so, I'll go with you first, Tyler. What are you seeing in this game? Like, who do you think wins this one? Do we get another Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl win? Do we get number 3, or does Kyle Shanahan finally get over the leap, or get over the hump, I should say, and get his Super Bowl? How do you see it going?
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I'm actually indifferent on this game. I'm a Carolina Panther fan, and we'll bring it back next year.
Keep pounding. Keep pounding. Hey, look, I think the future is going to be good in Carolina. I like the coach that you brought in. It's Canales, correct, from Tampa Bay. I think he's going to be a really good man. So I think you're going to be in good shape. If he turn Baker Mayfield around, there's good things coming. What about you, Jake? What are we seeing here? What do you think? Chiefs?
Yes, sir. So I'm a Cincinnati boy, born and raised Cincinnati, Ohio, so I'm a Bengals fan to heart. And, the Bengals and Chiefs don't have too good of a relationship.
They don't like each other.
I don't think he's going to do it for 3 years. I'm rooting for the 49ers. I think they're going to take it away this year.
Awesome. It's a very complicated thing. And I'm a Packers fan, so for me, I'm a little salty at the gold team right now. I felt that we had an opportunity. We let that one slide a little bit. But anyway, look. So Sunday, your preparation for Sunday. How does that look for y'all?
Yeah, so this preparation started about 6 months ago. As soon as we found out with the Super Bowl, you hit the ground running. Coordination with the amount of agencies that you could just think of is who you have to coordinate for something as big as this. So FAA, the production company, airspace, clearing out other traffic, getting TFRs up. And, in the fighter community, we like to work from the target backwards. The target being the stadium, and really working off a TOT is what we call it, so a time of day. So I don't know if you or any of the Vegas locals were outside today, but you might have seen us flying over 9 o'clock this morning.
I didn't get a chance. I've been in the
I've
been in the pyramid all day.
So today was kind of our first look at what our running line looks like. Look at the stadium. We were doing some dry runs with just made up TOTs, time over targets, and the rest of this week we're just gonna be sitting down, pins to whiteboard. We've got a ground crew, like a very incredible ground crew that'll be out at this stadium, working hand in hand with the production company. And then Sunday morning, we'll get to the squadron pretty early. We brief about 2 hours prior to takeoff time, and that's when we'll hammer down our final TOT, which will coincide with the first B and Brave for Home of the Brave. So B and Brave, you should see 6 Thunderbirds, 18 inches apart, flying over the stadium. And it's just the production company in coordination with our ground crew, keeping us up to date with the timing. If they get behind ahead, that timing's got to be passed to us in order to check the time.
Awesome. Look, once again, fellas, it's been an honor. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Truly, I think you probably hear it enough from people. Okay, but no, seriously, truly, I'm not brave enough. I'm man enough to say I don't think I would have been able to do the things that you do for our country. Truly appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Jake, a.k.a. Primo. We got Tyler, a.k.a. Slasher. We got the Thunderbirds here on Bowie Television. I'm Darrell Owens. Thank you all, fellas. Thank you, fellas. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time.